we got quite a bit of the mud out. There's still a lot of mud up against the edges, under the stove, under the refrigerator, under the movable cabinets, and the other refrigerator. Still a lot of mud under things on the back porch. But we made some progress today, so I'm grateful for that. Okay. Carpet's still a little damp over that way. There's still some mud, but that side didn't get as much water as over here. And it's still a little damp, but like when I walk on it, at least out around, I'm not getting water squishing up. I think it's still pretty, yeah, we're still got a fair amount of water in this area. This is where it came in from the kitchen. But it's not nearly as bad as it was. It looked better earlier, but a lot of us have been walking back and forth on it today. Okay, so the girls' mineral feeders got really wet. In fact, this one still has water standing in it, and a couple of others do too. I'll have to go get some paper towels. The ones that aren't too bad, I've just been kind of fluffing up and taking out any debris that was in there. If you've got regular loose salt, and what happens when it gets wet is the salt itself will crust and dry really hard. A lot of the minerals in the mineral buffet, the carrier is not salt. It's like rice bran or rice husks or something like that. So it breaks up pretty good after getting wet. So you can see this was fairly wet and it's kind of fluffy again. So I'm just going through any that are really bad. I'm just tossing out into the pack, and they can go in the compost. And the rest I will replace. So I'll have to go get some paper towels and maybe my rubber gloves. Oh, those are fun. Yum.
Esmeralda, you cannot be eating all the paper towels. No. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. I know you need your minerals, but if you got get out of my way so I can do this. No, you can't have my paper towels. No, 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 you can't. Look at that. Your cobalt feeder is full of water. No, you can't eat it. No, 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 you can't eat the paper towels. No. No, you can't eat the paper towels, baby. Oh my goodness. I could be done by now if I didn't have this helper. No, Ozzy. No, no, get out of the way. Get out of the way. No, no. I love you too, but you're in my way. Yes, yes you are. You're in the way. No, you can't. Don't eat the paper towels. I'm trying to do something here, sister. Okay, let me see what's okay. Your iodine looks okay, and your magnesium looks okay. Let's get the molly and the manganese. No, don't eat the bag. No. Oh my gosh. Will y'all go eat some hay or something? Go eat some hay or something. Yes. No. Sister. No, Azzy, no, don't eat the bag. Plastic is not good for you. No. Oy, oy, oy. These girls are cray-cray this morning. Which I know it's been almost a week since they got wet. And no, don't eat the bag. No, 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 no. Oh. Look, I'm almost done wiping everything out, and then I'll go get fresh minerals, okay? We'll go get some fresh ones. And fill you up. Oh my gosh. I know you're just craving your minerals. I know. Yes, we're gonna go get them, okay? Okay, we're gonna go get them. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go get them. I'll go get your minerals. Yes, I have the minerals. You gotta let me get in. You gotta let me get into the feeder. Oh, don't knock me down. Yes, I know, sister. Hang on. Let me get over here. We'll start from this end and work our way. Oops. I washed that one out. I gotta go get it. Yes, girls. Yes, I'm getting there. Your iodine's okay, and your magnesium, your manganese, and molybdenum. There's the man. Okay, you gotta get your head out of my bag, sister. You're making a mess. Yes, there's some manganese. Yeah, I figured y'all needed some copper. Copper is a big deal around here. Okay, Molly. There's the Molly. Okay, can you get out of my way? There's some Molly. We don't eat very much Molly either. Okay. Whoops. Fell down a crack. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Is it gonna work? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. We need some salt for sure. Just plain old white salt. Yeah. That wasn't what you wanted. Okay, your selenium's all right. Okay. We know what they're jonesing for, and that is the silicone. And I'm sure because we've got some mold building up in here. So I'm sure we are going to eat all that silicone probably today. Yes. Okay, y'all are smishing me. Can I get out now? Lord, girls. Wonder if I ought to put a feeder out with just a little bit of silicone in it in another spot, because I know everybody's gonna be eating it up. Even the little girls know what they need. Honey's going for the acid neutralizer. Yeah, she got some ADE. What else? You done for now? Yeah. That poor chicken. She must have been holding on to that egg all week. I think we're gonna feed it to Digger because it's got a little hole in it. Thanks to some generous contributions, I felt like I could afford a new pair of muck boots to replace the ones that were leaking. And I was having to change my socks like twice a day. So thank you so much to everybody that has made some contribution to my situation. It's Thursday.
I worked my part-time job this morning. Got new muck boots. Got a barbecue lighter. We can light the water heater and have hot water maybe. I picked up some floor dry yesterday and threw some around in here on the back porch. You can see, like right there, you can see where it was wet and it's absorbed, where it's changed colors, and some over that way. So this is just kind of like a little rock, and apparently it's some form of DE, diatomaceous earth, but it absorbs moisture, and then we can just sweep or shovel this all out. I still need to pull the washing machine out, but you know what? I'm on my last pair of clean pants, and I just bought a bag of socks because it was out of clean, dry socks. So I think we'll probably wash a load of clothes before we pull the washing machine out and put it out of commission for a while. I don't know how bad this water heater is. You can see the dirt line right there. I'm trying to see if it got up in the burner. If it did, we might be trash. Okay, there is. Looks like some silt and stuff up on top of the burner plate. I'm thinking the water was just about that high in here. So I'm gonna see if I can get my vacuum cleaner. This is all dry and silty, so I'll see if I can get the little hose in here and vacuum it out before I try lighting it. Oh, I wish this was over. I know I saw the little extendy-wandy thing for the vacuum cleaners at some point in the last few days, but I'll be danged if I know where they've gone to. I have no idea, because they're not stuck on the vacuum cleaner. And I really need a long thin one to get inside that burner plate. Okay, the pilot's lit. You gotta hold the button down for a little bit, and then you can let go and see if it stays lit. It probably depends on how much air has got in the line. It did not take a very long time though for it to light. I'm just watching it, and then I'm gonna let go of the button now and see if it stays lit. Okay, it stayed lit. And now I'm gonna turn it from pilot to on. And kawooshkis. Hallelujah. We will have hot water, hot shower tonight. Yay. So, we're drying out. It was cool enough this morning. I wore my flannel until after I got to work on my part-time job. But this afternoon it's like 95. Arizona, hold my bear. Oh my goodness, y'all, things just want to grow. Things just want to survive. Those are Etoy onions that I had planted last fall, with the plans to pull a lot of them as green onions this past spring and early summer. And then we were so hot and so dry, they were just shriveling up. I thought they were all dead. And then this storm dumped a bunch of sand and mud over the top of them, and look at them. They're growing like crazy in like a week. Good morning. It's Friday. It's been quite a week. If you're brand new, a week ago yesterday, and I guess the other half was tomorrow, a week, we had a major flash flooding event here. I'm still digging things out, and we're okay. Just it's like there's no rest. There's no rest for my mind. Everywhere I look, there's something broken, or needs to go to the trash pile, or needs to be mucked out, or, you know, there's so much stuff to do. I have had some helpers. They've been wonderful. I've had so many people make donations, and I just can't thank everybody enough. It's been really overwhelming, and yet I'm not as bad off as some families in some places. My wash drains about 50 to 60 acres of steep hillside. Folks in our downtown Miami and downtown Globe area, those washes are draining hundreds of acres. And there are a lot of those places that are totally wiped out. Anyway, this has definitely shown me that some of my ideas and things about where I was going to put goats on the hill and whatnot are not going to work the way I thought they were going to work. So I'm kind of glad it happened before I built all those things, but I'm not sure how to go forward or how to arrange things now. So those are things that are in my mind. All the animals are doing okay, though I'm not sure about Pinto Bean. We'll see how she milks this morning. Day before yesterday, her milk clogged the filter up really bad, and I was afraid she was getting mastitis. But yesterday, last night, her milk ran through just fine, and there wasn't any major amount of scum or anything in it, so I'm not sure what's going on with her. She's the girl that's had mastitis a couple times this year, and leaks. So we'll see how she is today. She does not seem to be running a fever. I haven't actually taken her temp, but she has not felt hot. Her udder's not hot and hard or anything like that. So I don't know. Anyway, if you missed my 2 videos about the flooding, I'll link them below. A lot of this week has just been trying to clean up and get things situated. That's going to be an ongoing process for probably quite some time. Yeah. Even this early in the morning, I'm kind of brain dead at this point. Essie, quit your fussing. You know, and even in the middle of a disaster, life goes on. You gotta come feed and water and milk everybody, and I'm just doing the best I can do, keeping up and stuff. So Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Okay, so here's Miss Pinnelbean. I think she feels about normal, and she's very eager to eat. She's not mopey. And actually she's a little more full on that side. This is the side that has had mastitis in the past. She does tend to leak. So I put the liquid bandage over her cheeks so that to help prevent another case of mastitis. And then to take it off, you put a little bit more of the liquid bandage on, and then I wash it off with warm water. And so we'll see. Maybe it was just some weirdness. I don't know. And it's been such a crazy loony week that I'm not firing all cylinders yet. Okay. So yeah. So we'll see how she comes out here. Okay. So she's down a little bit. Looks like probably 2 pints. This is just foam. And she had been giving me 2.5, but the color looks fine. It looks the same as everybody else's. Everybody is down a little bit. I just think from just all the stress and everything from this week, it's to be expected. So the other things I'm observing today, because her udder is not hot, it's not hard. She is easy to milk out, except for her dancing around on the stand. But the other things I'm noticing this morning is that she was standing at the fence calling, and just little soft baas. But she's usually very quiet. She doesn't usually do that. So I'm thinking maybe she's coming into heat. And maybe hormone changes or something, I don't know. But I'm not seeing anything alarming. And that's what I was trying to get at. There's nothing real alarming. I'm putting a little bit of Dynamint udder cream on her though. I have not really been doing this, but the Dynamint helps increase blood circulation. So my thinking was, well, if she was trying to get mastitis, increasing the blood circulation might help, bring in more nutrition and more blood and more oxygen and stuff to her udder and her immune system. So we'll see how things turn out. And I don't usually use a lot of disposable stuff, but we are right now, because like my washer is still out of commission pretty much. I did finally get hot water yesterday afternoon. The gas was back on and I was able to get the water heater lit, so we have hot water this morning, which is lovely. And alrighty, so we have a whole bunch of work to get done today, and we'll get to it. Alrighty, first order of business is I got a bunch of moldy hay I got to get out of the way. My guys are going to come today with more hay. But can you see the clouds behind me? And there's more there. And yet my weather app says bright and sunny today and no rain until next Friday. So, unless I've lost a week, I don't know. Are those ants or are those termites? Yeah, this is one of the moldy bales. This is the one that was sitting on the bottom. And we got a whole bunch of little ants or termites or something in here. I'm not sure what those are. Okay, beans milk ran through the filter just fine right now. I mean, just as fast as anybody else's. I think the odd color is just the lighting in here, because everybody looks a little weird. Reflections. So we'll check the filter. Okay, but there's no scum on the filter or anything. Just a little bit of dust, hay dust, and that's it. There's no scum or anything, so I don't know what was going on. I have no clue what was happening the other day when she was really thick and scummy and everything. So looks like whatever the issue is cleared up and we're all right. But what I will do is I'll continue to keep her milk separate. I'm going to mark the jar and let it get cold, and I will taste it later, because sometimes if you do have some mastitis going on, it will taste off. It will taste like real minerally or bitter and stuff like that. So I will taste it later and just keep an eye on it for the next few days. But oh boy, it'd be really nice to know if that she doesn't have mastitis again. Okay, the washer was leaking a little tiny bit before the big flood and everything, and now it's leaking a lot. Yeah? You don't say. What? Miss Bean has found her voice. She's usually a very quiet girl. Yeah? Hello? Hello, Miss Bean. Of course, now that I started filming, she's not half as rowdy as she was 5 minutes ago. What? What'd you say? Thought she'd yell again. She was really yelling there for a minute after I walked out of the pen and closed the gate. It's so funny because Esmeralda just yells. There she goes. Esmeralda just yells and yells and yells the whole time she's in heat. And she's pretty talkative other times, though not super loud or super bad. You never hear nothing out of Bean. This little Miss Pinna Bean is just the quietest, meekest little goat. But yeah, she's in heat big time. But I'm not gonna breed her this cycle because that would put her kidding the first week of March, and the first part of March is usually kind of nasty. Though, of course, anymore you can't predict nothing. But I don't want to kid that early and take a chance that we're in the middle of a blizzard or something. So, or as much of a blizzard as we get in Arizona anyway. Alrighty. Yes, Miss Pinto Bean is definitely in heat. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's Friday evening. My granddaughter came for a while this afternoon and did some little things, helped me get some trash picked up and put in the trash trailer. That belongs to a friend of mine. I think he'll be home soon, and I don't know if he'll have a chance to dump it before he takes off again for his job or not. My goodness, you're so noisy. Bean is the quietest girl in the whole herd, except today. She's just in full-blown standing heat there. But I don't want to breed her yet, because breeding her this week means she would kid the first week of March. And that's still kind of cold, and sometimes we have some nasty weather, so she should come back into heat in about 3 weeks. And that would probably be just about right if she doesn't have mastitis. I don't think actually that we have mastitis at this point, but I'm not 100% sure, so that's a wait and see thing. I got a little bit of stuff mucked in the kitchen. There is still mud under all the refrigerators, and part of the kitchen and the back porch still has a lot of mud on it, and apparently my washing machine, which has been on its last legs for quite a while, has finally decided to die. It leaked pretty much most of the water out when I tried to run a load of clothes today. So the thing is that even if I can find a reasonably pressed washer, at the moment we can't get it in the house. We can't get the old one out the back door or anything, because there's still more than a foot of dirt on the back patio. And the house is such a train wreck, so I guess that means I'll have to go to the laundromat. But I think I'm okay for a few days for clothes and things. So, Bambi, you booger. That's one of the reasons I keep milk separate. So now I know we'll just filter her milk last and put it to freeze it for soap. You are so noisy. Oh my goodness. I don't think she was this noisy last year. Was she? I'll have to go look. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's been warm and sunny. It was about 90 degrees today, so things are drying out, which is awesome. I think we have some rain coming back in about the end of next week, so in about a week from today. But we'll see what happens, because the forecast changes a lot in a few days. Oh, anyway, it's been quite a week trying to dig out the mess and figure out how to go forward. I still have no idea what I'm going to do up with my hill pin and stuff like that. I might see if I can go talk to the folks at the county, maybe find an engineer or somebody to help me figure that out, or if I see my friend that does fencing for a profession. Yes, you are so rude. I have a friend that that's his job. He does fencing, all kinds. And so he might have some ideas for me for going forward, for fencing up on the hill and whatnot, where those gullies are washing, and took the fence out and stuff. So we'll see. I don't know. Oh, lots of we'll sees and maybes and a lot of I don't know. Anyway, y'all have a good weekend and a good week, and we'll catch y'all next time.